Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care. As always, I am your host, Candy Washington, and I cannot wait to help you lead a more joyful life. So before we dive into today's episode, which is how to feel sexy and adored and secure and attractive in your relationship, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, subscribe to the podcast, and to share this with a friend and like this. Just definitely share. That's a great way to spread the message. And if you need more support, if you need some one-on-one support, then definitely click on the links below, grab some coaching with me, join our free VIP Facebook group, get the self-love journal, grab the Create Your Dream Life course. There's so many things available to you guys. So go ahead and click the links below to check it out. So with that, let's dive in, right? Let's dive into how can we feel more sexy and more secure and more attractive and hot in our relationships. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment box. Let me know where you're listening from. If you have any questions, drop them in. If you have any comments, drop them in. I really want this to be interactive. So if you have anything you want to ask, go ahead and put them in the comment box below. If you're listening on the podcast, join us on YouTube. That is where it goes down. That's where you can get that one-on-one support. So yeah. So with that, let's kick off. So the first thing I'm going to say, always, self-love. I'm going to say that every video I make, every episode I make, I'm just going to start beating self-love like a dead horse, right? Self-love. When you are cultivating that loving relationship with yourself, when you're confident and secure in yourself, that is so sexy in and of itself, regardless of what you look like, what your hair looks like, what your weight is, if you're conventionally attractive, whatever that means, right? When you are so secure in you, when you are so confident in you, that shines through. That's that je ne sais quoi. That's that essence. That's that intangible thing that people have, that other people want some of, that other people want to be around, that other people want to have, right? It kind of keeps that spark. It keeps that juiciness going on in your relationship. So cultivate that loving relationship with yourself. And if you need guidance or extra help with cultivating a loving relationship with yourself, then below in the show notes and description box, we have our free Art of Self-Love Masterclass. That is 100% free. So if you want to get some more guidance on that, just click below and grab that course, and it's 100% free. So that's the first thing. But if you're like, okay, Candy, we get it, self-love, but how else can I feel sexy, attracted, wanted, and adored in my relationship, right? Glad you asked. Here we go. Maintain mystique and mystery. Sometimes when we get comfortable in our relationships, we sort of just start to overshare, or we just sort of start to always be available, or we just start to get overly familiar and overly comfortable. Of course, you want to be able to have emotional intimacy and transparency with your partner, of course. But you also want to maintain a little bit of mystique. And you want to do this in a way that's not playing games, but you're also having a little bit of mystery. There's still a little bit of the chase there. There's still a little bit of the will she or won't she, will he or won't he there. So you don't want to do it from a place of I'm playing games, I'm controlling, and I'm manipulating. But you want to do it from the place of, well, you know what, maybe on Friday night you already, make yourself, let me give a clear example of this so it's all clear how this can be, right? Maintain mystery and mystique without playing games. So say you've been with your partner for a bit and you kind of feel like it's getting a little stale, they're taking you for granted, it's kind of wash, rinse, repeat situation, and you kind of want to jazz it up. You kind of want to get pursued a little bit. You kind of want to get chased a little bit. Then you have to put yourself in the position to be chased and pursued, to be attractive, to be wanted, right? So on the weekend, actually plan up a weekend where you are just doing the things you want to do with other people that's not your partner, not out of spite, not out of pettiness, not out of playing games, but out of, I'm going to pour into myself, and I'm actually going to make myself in a position to be attractive, to be chased, and be pursued. So I'm going to go out with my girls on Friday night. I'm going to go join a book club on Saturday that I've been meaning to join. I'm going to go, join a yoga class or a hiking class. I'm going to go check out the new X, Y, and Z. Actually make plans and actually be busy and actually do things that you want to do to fulfill who you are. So then when your partner's just like, oh, you're free Friday, right? And you're like, no, actually I have plans. Then it's a little bit like, oh, wait a minute, you have plans without me? Wait, what? It gets them, oh, you're busy? Oh, wait a minute, you're not just waiting for my text. You're not just waiting for me to call you. You're not just waiting for me to hang out with you. You actually have a fulfilled life outside of our relationship. That's sexy. That's attractive. That puts you in the position to be adored and chased and pursued. You have to be in the position to be attractive. If you're always available, if there's no mystique, if there's no mystery, then you can kind of lose that, you know what I mean? You lose that sort of cat and mouse game. You lose the position of being in the pursued and the receiver. And a lot of times when that happens, you'll actually find that it goes in reverse. You'll find that you used to be pursued, you used to be chased, they used to do all these things, and now you feel like you're actually texting more, you're reaching out more, you're in the position that you want to get them. So the way you reverse that, the way you get your sexy back, the way you feel adored and chased is to put yourself in the position to be pursued. So get busy, focus on yourself. And we're not doing it out of pity or spite. We're doing it to actually cultivate a loving relationship with ourselves and to be a fulfilled human being. Because there's nothing more attractive and sexy than someone who is doing their own thing. To someone who requires you make plans with me in advance, who requires you to show up for me in a different way, fully. These are my standards. These are what I want. These are what I need. And if not, I'm on to the next. I already have a fulfilled life. Where now I am making whether I not hang out with you my choice, right? The other way to be sexy and attractive and adored in your relationship is to have the mindset that you are always the prize. I know it's kind of cliche, I know it's kind of catchy, but you really need to have the mindset that you are the person who is good enough to be won. You are the prize. One thing I said to my friend, back when I was dating was, I'm going to date some guys and, may the best man win. Because I'm the prize. And I think that's that's the mindset we all should have. We are the prize. So come with the mindset, come with the perspective, come with the energy that I am worthy to be pursued. You need to earn my time. You need to earn my body. You need to earn my exclusivity. You need to earn X, Y, and Z. Because when we so freely give it away, they stop feeling like they have to try. And when you don't have to try, then you sort of lose the regard you have for the thing. We cherish things and we take care of things that we have to give more for, pay more for, have more for, right? So make your price high. Know that you are the prize and know that you are worthy to being chased and pursued. Have that mindset. Another way that you can be sexy and adored and attractive in your relationship, and I don't really hear other people talking about this, is compliment and show appreciation for your partner, right? So sometimes we get so caught up in, are they complimenting me? Do they think I'm sexy? Do they think I'm attractive? Do they think I'm enough? Blah, 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 blah. But we forget, are we showing appreciation to them? Are we complimenting them? Are we being like, baby, you look so good tonight. Oh, thank you so much for, bringing the groceries in. Or I really appreciate you being so honest with me. I really love how open you are with me, right? When we are loving and kind and we show gratitude and appreciation to our partner, that makes us sexier. That makes us more attractive. That makes us more valuable in our partner's eyes. And that's a reminder to them of, I need to show my person love. I need to show my person appreciation. I want to compliment my person. So when you actually compliment your person on their looks and how they treat you, hey Kamiko, how are you, sweetheart? On their looks, on when they do good things, right? So it's not just berating and putting your partner down or criticizing when in your mind you think they did something wrong or they're not appreciating you. You want to flip it. You want to, instead of what's the term where it's like, hey Vaca, hey sweetheart, where it's, you don't want to just punish when they do something wrong, but you actually want to reinforce good behavior. So when your partner does give you a compliment, or when your partner does do something nice, or when your partner is being honest and transparent, compliment them and show appreciation for them. Because when you do that, that will reinforce your partner wanting to do more for you. Just think about it. Think about yourself. When I'm with someone and they're like, Candy, I really appreciate you being honest with me. That communicates to me, this is a person who it's safe to be honest to, and I'm going to want to be more honest and more transparent and more authentic with this person. So the more you show your partner appreciation, like, oh, baby, you look good tonight. Or like, baby, thank you for doing that. Or sweetheart or lover, or honey, whatever, whatever the sweet pet names are. The more you pour in love and appreciation for your partner, the more your partner will pour in love and appreciation to you. Hey, Cherry, how are you? Hi, what's up, sweetheart? Yes, positive reinforcement. Exactly. You want to pour into your partner the way you want them to pour into you. And I'll tell you this, when you show your partner, baby, I trust you. I trust you. Your partner will work double time not to lose your trust. Think about children, right? Children don't want to lose your trust. Children don't want to get in trouble. I'm not equating, your partner to a child, but it's almost the same way, right? If you say, baby, I trust you, they're going to work overtime to not lose your trust. But when you reinforce, I don't trust you, I know you're going to cheat, all people cheat, you think I'm fat, you think I'm too thin, you think I'm too this, you think I'm not enough of that, the more you pour that in, the more it will be reflected to you. So make sure your partner is in a position to know that they don't want to lose your trust. They don't want to disappoint you. Another way to feel sexy and attractive and all of those great things in your relationship is to know what makes you feel good, right? My channel's pretty PG, so I'm going to keep it PG, but we know what we're talking about, guys, right? Know what makes you feel good. Because there's nothing sexier than being with someone who knows what they want, and they know how to communicate what they want, and they know how to get what they want. That is so sexy. That is so attractive. Practice being comfortable in your own skin. And the way you get comfortable in your skin is a lot of different ways. Take bubble baths and really just smooth it over your skin. What does your skin feel like? What does it feel like to touch your own body? Give yourself an oil massage. Do other things to know what makes you feel good, if you know what I mean. Because when you own your own sexuality and when you own your own sexual pleasure and you own your own sexual power without guilt, without shame, without embarrassment, that gives your partner the opportunity to own their own sexual power, sexual pleasure, what makes them feel good. And then the two of you can come together and enjoy each other at a higher, deeper level. So it's not just about what can I wear, what can I do, how can I look to turn my partner on and to make them think I'm hot and sexy and attractive, because then you're giving away your power. You're putting it all on them. I'm doing all of this to make you feel a certain way. And that's not fair. Dress up for yourself. Touch yourself. Get in tune with yourself. Know what makes you feel good. So then you bring that confidence and that juiciness and that just pleasure to your partner. So instead of saying, I need you to want me to make me feel good about myself, you can show up and say, you get to enjoy this. We get to enjoy each other. We get to play and have fun. And it takes all that pressure of I need this, this, and this from you in order to feel sexy and hot and validated and all those things. You already feel sexy and hot and validated. And now you're just like, you're my person, I'm your person. Let's just play and enjoy each other. So then your time together, it's a place of giving. I'm giving of my body to you. I'm giving of the pleasure to you. That is such a better, more intimate, safer space where we're giving of each other to each other, rather than I need to take from you. I need to take your acceptance, take your validation, take you wanting me, take you thinking I'm this. That's where that needy desperation energy comes in. That's how you could be, quote unquote, classically sexy or classically beautiful or conventionally whatever, and still not feel sexy or attractive or appreciated or cherished from your partner in your relationship. Because the truth is, sexiness and attractiveness have nothing to do with physical looks. Nothing at all. Neither does self-esteem and self-confidence and self-worth and any of that. None of that has to do with that. That's always an inside job. That's why you have people who are classically beautiful, stunning, but still suffer from low self-esteem. And that's why you have some people who may not be conventionally beautiful, even though we're all beautiful, but you know what I mean. I'm just talking about societal norms. We're all beautiful. I don't mean that. I'm talking about societal norms, who are completely confident and have great sex lives, and they have amazing partners who just like love them and pour into them and they're happy together, right? So that shows us being sexy and being attractive and being chosen and adored has nothing to do with our physicality. It's all about our inner state of being. Do we feel sexy? Do we know what makes ourselves feel good? Are we able to show our partner love and appreciation? Are we able to show ourselves love and appreciation? Are we able to communicate what our wants and needs are? Yes, baby, that feels good. No, baby, that doesn't feel good. You know, I like when we do this. I don't like it when we do that, or whatever the case may be, right? That is how you feel sexy and attractive and adored and chosen. You show up as the prize. You put yourself, it's like I said before, if anybody's coming in later in the episode, I'll repeat it. Maintain your mystique and your mystery, and always have the mindset, I am always chosen. I am the prize. I am first best. I am enough. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am sexy. I am hot. I am comfortable. I own my sexuality. I own my sexual pleasure. When you have that mindset and you show up and you put yourself on the pedestal, that is how you put yourself in the position to be chased, honored, adored, pursued by your partner. But if we put ourselves in the position of, I need to get this from you. I need this from you. I don't feel good enough. I need to lose 5 pounds. I need to gain a butt. I need to be 10 years younger. I need to be 5 years older. Whatever it is, right? When you're putting your confidence and your sexiness and your attractiveness on all of these outside circumstances, then you're putting yourself in a position of being not good enough and less than. How can someone pursue you when you feel that you are beneath them? Doesn't work. How can someone chase you if you're busy chasing them? How can someone find you sexy and attractive when you don't feel sexy and attractive? Because even if they find you sexy and attractive, at some point, the way you feel about yourself will override that. It will override it. Hey, Sherry, she says, very wise. Inner confidence is the sexiest trait. It is. It is. That's why sometimes this is the difference between someone. Okay, let me tell you this. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get real with you. So I'll give you a real life example of this. I'm not gonna say the person's name. I was at a party. What's today? Today is Friday. I was at a party last weekend, and I met this guy, and we were talking. When I say he is hot, I'm talking about like hot. Like hot. Hottie hot hot. You know what I mean? Effing hot. But I did not find him. I wasn't attracted to him. And this is the difference. Someone can be attractive. You can be hot, conventionally beautiful, Instagram, whatever you want to call it, right? You can be attractive. But in order for someone to be attracted to you, there has to be something else there energetically. There has to be a different type of connection, a different type of feeling, a different type of inner confidence, inner knowing, all of that, right? So anybody can be attractive. That's just what convention society has told us beauty is or hotness is. But in order for someone to have that thing, that je ne sais quoi, that energy that people are actually attracted to, supersedes attractiveness. And the reason why, and I'm going to tell you why I wasn't attracted to him. He had this type of chip on his shoulder almost. It was almost like a negativity about certain types of people. It was almost like this weird provingness. Like the first thing he said was like, hey, what do you do? He was like, hey, what's your name? What do you do? And that was such a turnoff. Because it's like, who cares what I do? I could do anything. I could be a lawyer. I could be a janitor. Who cares what I do? What about, hi, what's your name? What's up? Getting to know somebody on that authentic person-to-person level. So the moment he said, what do you do? I checked out. Because who cares what I do? Who cares? What I do is no indication of who I am. What I do is just a choice. Because I could do anything. We all could do anything. So that's what I mean by this. When you have that inner knowing, that inner love, that inner confidence of, I love myself, therefore I'm going to choose to take care of myself. I'm going to get busy doing what I want to do. I'm going to not be always available whenever you need me to be available. You're not going to take me for granted. I'm not always just going to be around. I'm a person who has standards and boundaries. You have to make plans with me in advance, or whatever the case may be. I know I'm the prize. I know I'm worthy. And I'm worth you putting the time and energy into to win me, because I am the prize. Put yourself on the pedestal. Put yourself on the pedestal. Not your partner, not your ex, not your crush. You. When you put yourself on the pedestal, that is how you put yourself in position to be chosen, to be pursued, to be chased, to be wanted, to be earned. Put yourself in the position on the pedestal. That is how you do it. Hey, Miss Genevieve says, but maybe that was just an icebreaker. Okay, that's a good question. I see how that could just be an icebreaker. Like, what do you do? But for me, and again, this is authenticity, right? This is how we have to be true to ourselves. For me, it was just energetically a turnoff. It was just a turnoff. And maybe it could have been an icebreaker for him, but it just energetically just didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. It felt very, you guys know I live in California. It felt very like that stereotypical LA type, well, what do you do? Who are you? Do you know what I mean? And so I don't like that. Just personally, I don't like it. You know, I think there are better icebreakers out there. Like, hey, what's your name? Oh, I really like your shoes. Where'd you get them? Or, hey, how are you? Like, what brings you here tonight? How do you know the host? To me, those are more questions and icebreakers that I like, because it's more about, I'm trying to connect to you rather than I'm trying to figure out what I can get from you, if that makes sense. But I will say this, he turned out to be a very pleasant person, very pleasant, very great, super nice. It wasn't even a vibe of like datey or anything like that. We both just happened to be at the same party. But I was just giving that to illustrate how being sexy, being attractive, being chosen and wanted, and all of those things have nothing to do with physicality. Nothing. And that is so empowering, because that means we don't have to listen to BS, social norms, or conventional beauty, or what's trending on Instagram or TikTok for hotness. We can just go inward and know that we are enough, we are a prize, we are beautiful, and we love ourselves, we take care of ourselves, and whoever ends up with us is one very lucky person, because they got us, they earned us, they got to win to be with us. So you have to put yourself on that pedestal. And like I said before, if you want to feel sexy and attractive, explore yourself. Know what makes you feel good. Know what doesn't feel good. Figure out what you like. You can do it on your own for some time, and then also do it with your partner if you're in a relationship, or if you have someone that you feel comfortable being intimate with, or whatever. You know what I mean, guys? Explore with them. And this is also a good thing to note. Another key piece in this is making sure that your partner is a safe person. Are you able to communicate what your sexual needs and wants are? Are you able to talk about that? Are you able to have those conversations and be transparent and not feel ashamed or guilted or embarrassed or put down by them? If that makes sense. Like, I know I've talked to some of my clients who have booked some one-on-one coaching with me, and literally I had this one person tell me, I'm not going to say their name because I'm going to protect their privacy, but they told me that they didn't feel comfortable, and they're married. This is a married person who I was coaching. He said that he didn't feel comfortable telling his wife what he actually liked. And that blew my mind, because I'm like, you married someone who you can't tell what you like in bed to, and now this is your wife, and now you're feeling stifled and all of these things, and you feel like you can't tell your wife what you want. But I actually think that happens way more than we would think. Way more than we think. We have these wants and needs and desires, but yet sometimes there's so much stigma and shame and embarrassment, or whatever you want to call it, around it. Like, sometimes we've been taught to be ashamed of our bodies, to be ashamed of our own sexual pleasure, to not talk about what our sexual needs are, to think somehow it's dirty or wrong, or, only certain type of people are into that type of stuff, whatever, kink shame and all of that stuff. But I think, and again, I'm going to say it every time we talk, it goes down to self-love and self-acceptance, and saying, this is my body, this is who I am, and a part of living this human experience is being able to have pleasure. And there's nothing dirty, there's nothing shameful, there's nothing wrong about that. And hopefully I have a partner who is open to navigating what both of our sexual pleasures and needs are, so that we are both getting our needs met. We know what our boundaries are. We know what our needs and wants are, and we want to explore that together. So I think that if you are in the guidance I gave him, in case anybody wants to know, was, I said the first thing I would do would, exactly what I'm telling you guys, I would explore with yourself and see what you like and what you're interested in, and all of that stuff. And then second, I would get some time with your wife, some private time, and just be like, hey babe, I've been meaning to talk to you about this, and just in a very loving, casual, non-heavy way, be like, hey, I was thinking, I was interested in kind of like trying out X, Y, and Z in the bedroom. Maybe we could book a weekend away or whatever. Like, I just wanted to gauge your interest in that. Like, would you be open in exploring that? And see what her level of comfortability is. You don't have to dive in the deep end, but maybe you try something new and a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and you see what you like, you see what she likes, and you explore it together. You almost make it like a game. So if you make it like a game, and you make it casual, and you make it fun, you take off the pressure. You take away the shame. You take away the heaviness that I think sometimes we put on owning our sexuality and owning our sexual pleasure, either on our own or in partnership. So I was like, make it super casual. And also make sure that your partner knows that this is not a criticism on your partner. Because sometimes when we get feedback, not even feedback, sometimes when somebody just says, hey, can we try this or do that? We can personalize it and be like, oh, why? Do I not pleasure you enough? Do I not turn you on? Like, are you not having fun? You know what I mean? Things like that. So you always want to make it clear that it's not about you. I love you. I think you're sexy. I think you're great. We're having fun. This is just something that I want to try. And because I love you and I'm with you, I want to try it with you. Right? So it's not always what we say, but sometimes it's how we say it. And then I said, if you're not able to navigate it that way, then maybe go to therapy, or just get someone to come in to talk and guide you guys through it, like in a couple's way, if it's something that your wife or your partner or whomever is having trouble not personalizing, wrapping their head around it, because usually it's not about the other person, it's just what you want. And so you want to make that clear too. So that was just a little mini session I had with one of my clients. That's right, you guys, if you ever need support, you can just book some time with me in the link below. So are there any questions on how to feel sexy and attractive and adored in your relationships or with yourself? If you have any questions or comments, be sure to put them down in the box. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, okay. Well, that was it for me, you guys. I'll just quickly recap. Always number 1, self-love, work on that. Number 2, prioritize yourself and your self-care. Care about yourself, do what you need to do for yourself. Step 3 is maintain that mystique and mystery, and you do that through number 4, which is being unavailable sometimes. But remember, the energy and the intentionality matters. So we're not getting busy, we're not saying no to plans, we're not doing that out of ghosting or spite or being petty or playing games. No, we're doing it from the place of, I'm going to have a fulfilled life. I am on the pedestal and I am worth being chased and pursued and earned and won. That is the place energetically, and that's the mentality we want to come from. The next is compliment and show your partner appreciation. There is nothing sexier than someone who is kind to you, who is loving to you, who doesn't just berate you when they think you did something wrong, but they also celebrate you. It could be as simple as, baby, thank you for being honest with me about that. Or, honey, thank you so much for bringing the groceries in. Or, wow, I really appreciate you spending, your Friday night with me. I know you could have been, hanging out with your friends, but I appreciate that you decided to hang out with me. It could be those little things. And the more you show respect, the more you show appreciation, the more you show that you trust your partner, the more your partner will want to stay worthy of your love, respect, and appreciation. And the more that they are going to work hard not to lose your trust. And that will in turn make you feel very cherished and adored and sexy and attractive and all of that stuff. And then last but not least, know what makes you feel good. Know what brings yourself pleasure. Get really in tune with yourself. Do what you need to do to know what makes you feel good, what turns you on, all of those things. And then communicate that with your partner, and then be open to also doing things that, your partner wants and things like that. Of course, all within limits and all within boundaries and all within what you feel personally comfortable doing, right? So there you have it. There's how to feel sexy, adored, cherished, and attractive in your relationships. So as always, you guys, take care. If you need more support, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me. You can grab the Create Your Dream Life Through Self-Love course that's linked below. You can get our self-love journal. You can join our Facebook group, and you can shop. We have merch. Don't forget, we have the Love Collection, so you can shop the merchandise below. And there's so much more. So subscribe, like this video, comment below, and share this with a friend, because, a little love is always better with community and everybody else. So with that, you guys have a great weekend. I love you guys. And as always, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!